Our dicks are stuck inside the game machine. Everybody wishes they could be. Here we come like a bomb. Everybody fucking run and hide.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Nerd Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Remington Keyes, and joining me this week is...
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, hey, what's up, guys? I'm the Reviewing Gamer, also known as Aiden Keyes from the Reviewing Kingdom.
MJ from Geekless TV, thank you for having me.
Dan's joining us. What's up, Dan?
Hey, a little battery on my phone, but...
For those of you who don't know, Dan is the creator of the Power Rangers Jetman web series that was going on.
Oh, cool. What's up, Dan?
Oh, that's cool. What's up, man? I'm MJ from Geekless TV.
I'm Aiden from the Reviewing Kingdom.
And I'm Remington Keyes, as you guys know. We got a lot of exciting topics to talk about and possibly rant about. But the first topic is Jack Black got asked to be in the Power Rangers movie. Iris Hampton, who is the casting director for Power Rangers, wrote on Twitter, "Please call your agent about an offer we submitted to you. We are trying to book you." So,
Wow.
that pretty much confirms that she asked him to be in Power Rangers, because that's her main thing, is she casts for Power Rangers. So what are your thoughts of Jack Black possibly being in this new Power Rangers rebooted movie, and who he could possibly play?
Oh, that's easy. Bulk. He looks like Bulk, man. He looks like Paul Schrader, anyway.
It's funny that you bring that up.
Oh my God, yeah, he could totally be Bulk. I mean, he got the long hair, and he can pull it back in a ponytail, and...
Aiden, what role do you think Jack Black could possibly have in Power Rangers?
Well, I don't really think that he would fit in. I mean, he possibly can be, like, a little... Oh, what's that guy's name that, he was in charge of the juice and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
Oh, Ernie. Yeah,
he could be the Ernie of the series, where people just talk to him and stuff. And well, I don't think that he would actually fit in with Power Rangers. But if he does fit in, well, I don't know what he would play though.
yeah, he'd be like a hipster kind of Ernie.
Yeah.
I'm assuming a comedy role. I mean, I can't take him seriously as anything other than that, you know? That's probably where I see it at, but I'm not like that really big of a fan of Power Rangers. I do remember the very first ever season, but I do not remember anything past that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there were two characters that were like kind of like goofy. They were kind of like Team Rocket that would come in and out throughout the series.
Yeah, Bulk and Skull.
Was there one big dude and one small dude?
Yeah, that was Bulk and Skull.
Okay, have they been casted yet? Because if they haven't, then I could probably see Jack playing one of them, in my opinion.
They haven't been casted yet, as far as I know, so...
Okay, well, if they're in the movie, then I could probably see him playing that role. I mean, I don't know what you guys think, if you can see him playing anything else.
I think that Jack Black would perfectly play that or Bulk and Skull. I don't see him playing as a Power Ranger or, like, a helper for, like, Zordon or anybody. I don't see him playing any major role. I see him playing like little side role that comes in and out of the movie, or he's just there to be the comedy guy, not there to be the action guy.
Agreed.
My father suggested earlier that he could be playing the Green Ranger.
That's funny.
I don't see that happening, but that would actually be kind of funny if they did cast him in that role.
Well, I think they're trying to make this movie a little bit more serious by grabbing actors like Jack Black, by grabbing actors as, who's the guy from Breaking Bad that they grabbed?
Oh, Cranston.
Yeah, Bryan Cranston there, so.
Bryan Cranston?
Yeah, having him play Zordon, having Elizabeth Banks come into the movie, getting, like, official big people. They're trying to make this, take it a little seriously like the Avengers movies. They're trying to bring it up to that caliber. And I give him props for that, you know, going after people like Jack Black. Maybe out of his league for Power Rangers, but I give him props for going after him.
I agree with that. They are kind of taking this more seriously and making it. I can see this being a very dramatic film. Probably some comedy in there, like the Avengers comedy thrown in. But I cannot remember to the life of me if Jack Black is actually good as a dramatic actor or anything other than comedy. Like for Adam Sandler, I know he's pretty good in drama roles. For whatever reason, he's not making them.
Yeah.
But he's good in drama roles. But Black, has he ever actually done like serious drama roles where he got actually like commended for his performance?
Well,
If he has, maybe I could see him playing like a dramatic role in this Power Rangers movie. If not, then I agree with you, man. I feel like he's gonna be a comedy role.
Well, he will be in the upcoming Jumanji sequel with The Rock and Kevin Hart. That's supposed to be a more serious comedy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Oh.
Right.
Well, there was a movie where he played a dramatic role. It was King Kong.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. wasn't a good movie, but
But he did do a good job as far as all the dramatic movies that he has done.
Okay. All right. It could happen, but
I don't see him playing as it. But you know, I bet if he was offered to play a dramatic, serious role, yeah, he'd probably do it.
Yeah, he probably would. I wouldn't see why he wouldn't do it. Plus, actors like to take on different roles, so
yeah,
it's actually cool. This is a mystery. We don't know what he's gonna play. We don't know what he's gonna get casted at. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he is the Green Ranger. Forget it.
I'm
Forget
just
about
excited
it, right?
he's going to be in the movie. I just love the fact that we're going to have Jack Black maybe in a Power Rangers film. That just, like, blows my mind.
I'm still surprised that we're even getting the Power Rangers film. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Our next topic is Pokemon is coming to the NX. We got this quote from Tazuaku Ishihara in today's Wall Street Journal. He says the NX is trying to change the concept of what it means to be a home console device or a handheld device. He vowed, unsurprisingly, that his company would make games for it. And Nintendo has said the NX will be released this March 2017. Geek List, what do you think of Pokemon coming to the NX?
Interesting. I see why. You know,
Yeah.
Pokemon's a major title, a major franchise. They're obviously promoting this hugely, so I can see why. Am I gonna play it? No. I know a couple people who will, though. You know, but I'm not really that interested into it. You know, I haven't really been following it that much, except for what my friends tell me about it.
Yeah.
I mean, what is your take on it?
It's gonna be on the next Nintendo platform.
Yeah.
I haven't heard too much. I haven't heard too much about the next. You know, I mean, no, I'm just getting into the 3DS. That's how far behind I am. I'm waiting for Pokemon Sun and Moon, you know, to come out. And,
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about Sun and Moon as well. I really hope that ends up being a big hit. I personally want a Pokemon Stadium or a Pokken Tournament like game for the NX. Something badass that's gonna break the boundaries of what Pokemon is. I don't want another RPG. I want something awesome, you know, something that's.
You want them to change the game up, right?
Yeah. You know, something that everybody, you know, whether you're at a football game or something, people are gonna be like, yeah, that game's pretty badass, you know, no matter what field you're in, you know.
Yeah, it sounds cool. I agree with that. Something new, something different, right? Like a fresh take on it, I guess is what you're trying to say?
Yeah. Aiden,
Okay.
what do you think about Pokemon coming to the NX?
Well, I'm not really that surprised with Pokemon coming, you know, to the new system because, you know, it's the original game and everybody, you know, has heard of Pokemon. So, you know, it doesn't really, like, surprise me that they're actually putting it on the new system. But, I mean, you know, it's nothing special. I mean, every system has a Pokemon game to it. So, it doesn't really, like, you know, shock me or anything.
I agree. Sorry, I'm just agreeing to everything.
I agree with everything too. So.
But another home console Pokemon game should be good. I hope it's similar to Snap or at least Pokken Tournament or something.
Well, that's kind of something that I was talking about earlier with somebody that what was it? There should be a Pokemon platformer game that is just like the Game Boy games and just like the DS games, you know, the role player style.
Yeah.
but in a 3-dimensional, world, and it's like, do it on a platformer instead of handheld,
Yeah, I agree. That's what I hope this is going to be a good one. Oh, now let's get into the questions part of the podcast. If you have a question, make sure you comment below using the word question in the beginning of your question so it's easier for us to find for the podcast.
Can I just say something real quick?
Yes.
You just said leave a question, but make sure you put question in front of your question for the bug. I thought that was kind of funny.
Hey, it's easier to find if they put question.
I get you, man. I get you.
So Noah asks, with all the reboots and sequels, and with Toriko failing in Japan, does a modern anime suck?
It really depends.
Yeah.
It really depends. I mean, like, if it comes to, like, Yokai Watch, that's kind of a top one for kids. But like, the new Voltron, that's DreamWorks, but
Yeah.
that's bad. That's a bad example. Is modern anime, like, I didn't know.
Well, like how with Dragon Ball Super came on, One Piece is still back, Naruto Shippuden, and like people were referring, like, do you think it's kind of failing? We're not going to get a lot of good new stuff, and
it really depends on what comes out in Japan and what works in Japan and what can work in America.
Yeah,
but I think, the anime is going to keep going on, so. I like the modern anime, so it's definitely, like, I watch a couple shows, here and there.
Geek List, you being an anime fan and Dragon Ball fan, what do you think? What's your take on it?
I got 3 words. One Punch Man. There you go.
One Punch Man is awesome.
It blew up, man. So there you go. There's that. Modern anime, I do not believe sucks. So 3 words for you. One Punch Man.
What about you, Aiden? What is your?
I have to agree with him because One Punch Man is a good anime. I haven't seen that lately. I haven't seen much of the new animes, but One Punch Man is a good show. And well, I guess I have to agree with him because that's the only newest anime that I've seen. So yeah, I guess the newest animes, in this newest year, doesn't suck that much.
Well, I can sort of see where Noah is coming from because Toriko did fail. We've had anime dubs that aren't very good, in my opinion. I don't like some of the newer anime dubs that are coming to Toonami and whatnot, And
yeah, Hunter x Hunter dub is good, but I would still prefer watching it in subs. That's just me, but it is pretty good though, so I'll give them credit there. I'm not sure if y'all seen that, the Hunter x Hunter dub.
I haven't seen
not.
Hunter.
I have not.
I haven't seen Hunter x Hunter. I've watched the One Piece dub, and I can't stand the One Piece dub. I've watched.
Yeah, I can't stand it either.
I love it. I don't know what you guys are talking about. That's a good dub.
Well, there's good. There's actually some good casting there. There's actually some good voices. Like, for example, I do sort of like Luffy's, and I do like Robin's voice, etc. But
probably because they're all from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, there you go. But some I'm kind of very iffy on. I just kind of prefer, like, for example, Buggy's voice. I can't remember the name of the voice actor. I can't remember his name, the Japanese voice actor, but I love his voice in Japanese. I just love that. Hearing his whole gag scenes, watching the Japanese, I prefer that. But I do see where you're coming from. It is a very decent dub.
The One Punch Man dub also kind of upsets me. I don't like the voice for. I like the voice for everybody else except for Saitama. He was the only one I could not stand. And everyone's like, "Oh, it's supposed to be monotone." I go, but his voice just doesn't fit for me.
That's weird that people are disagreeing with you. I've actually seen the latter. I've seen people actually complain about it. Like, I've seen some people say they completely hate it all the way till it's maybe he'll be better in the later seasons. This guy, maybe he'll grow into it. Yeah. And then I've seen some say that it's I have not actually seen someone straight out say that they like it. They like him. The guy who's dubbing Saitama. I've not actually seen that yet.
When I posted on my Facebook, people are like, "Oh, it's supposed to be like that," and I'm like, "I just don't like it."
Yeah, I don't like it either, bros. I agree with you on that.
The next question comes from Eric Abrams, who asks, which comic book or manga story arc would you like to see adapted into an animated film? Aiden, we're going to start you off with this one. Which one would you like to see adapted?
Which one I would like to see adapted is this one manga that I got hooked on back in 6th grade, and I have up to the 7th volume, and it is called, I can't pronounce it right, it's called Nisekoi, Nisekoi, False Love, and which is
Never heard of that.
You never heard it?
I'll check it out though.
Well, it's a good manga because it's basically a huge love story, and it's about this one kid who made this promise with this one girl, and he gave her a lock, and so he has the key to it. But then when he goes to high school, all these 3 random girls have these random locks, and he doesn't remember which lock he gave to who. So now it's all big, a huge triangle or square. It's a love rectangle. There you go. And it's pretty good. I would love to see that turned into an in a movie or a cartoon series. I'd love to see it.
Blackest Night.
Nice, man.
Green Lantern, Blackest Night. That would be the real kick. I mean, that could be like a zombie movie, a live action. Really, they could do that, make like Walking Dead DC.
Geek List, your turn.
If I had to pick, probably. I'm very opinionated. And my opinion is that there probably shouldn't be many anime or manga adapted films. I just do not see that becoming live action. I don't think we should ever hit. I don't even think anyone should ever try to do a Dragon Ball movie again, or a One Piece or a Naruto, etc.
I would 100% disagree with you. I would love to see a Saiyan Saga film. A complete Saiyan Saga film.
I see. Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll name one. Seven Deadly Sins. If I had to pick, probably that, just due to the fact that the fight scenes, they are not too crazy like One Piece or Dragon Ball. It takes place in an older time period. It's more of that Lord of the Ring-esque magic, swordsman type fighting. I would say that just because the story is overall good. Yeah. If they could adapt that into maybe a 3-hour film, I think that would be pretty good. I think that could make money.
Dragon Ball Evolution 2.
No.
To be fair, Dragon Ball Evolution, it's not their fault. From what I've read, that they had a good Dragon Ball Z script, but Toei made them do Dragon Ball first in order to go to Z.
Yeah, which kind of is a dumb move because Dragon Ball isn't that popular over here.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Dragon Ball, don't get me wrong. I actually would say I'm tied on what I love more, the original Dragon Ball or Z, but it's just the majority over here, the masses is just more known to Z, They think Dragon Ball starts with Vegeta arriving, Raditz and Vegeta and Nappa, when that's not the case,
I think Dragon Ball Evolution would have been a better movie if it was covering the Saiyan arc instead of the Piccolo, the opening of... They had to just skip everything because they were trying to rush it to Z in order to get the rights to do Z. And so I don't blame them for Dragon Ball Evolution. I still think a Saiyan arc movie would be amazing. Just get a nice, good, complete hour and a half. You can cover Saiyan arc,
Especially if it has the budget, because look at how good the fight scenes were in Man of Steel, Yeah.
Well, Man of
Steel...
So
if they have the budget, they can do it. And
I also point to Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I mean, if you do it, even if you do it as cheesy as Scott Pilgrim, it could still look good, It'd still be a good movie. So
Scott Pilgrim, best movie.
But here's a comic book story that I would love to see adapted into an animated film. And I know they probably will never do it because the companies will never get together to do this. But Justice League versus the Avengers is one of my favorite comic book storylines ever since I read it back when I was in middle school. So I think that should be adapted into at least an animated film and get the two companies' animation to work together. The people who worked on Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the people who worked on the Justice League animated series, get them all together. Let's make a good animated film. Everybody, let's do this.
Yeah, let's make a good animated film. Martha.
I never read that comic book, but I would love to see that. That sounds pretty epic.
Oh,
To be honest.
it's
It,
so
it is
epic.
pretty good.
They have to cross into each other's world and get the most known artifacts of both comic book worlds. And if they don't, one of the worlds gets destroyed. So then they end up grabbing. Spoiler alert! They end up grabbing equal amounts of artifacts, and then they get combined into one universe where everything's fused with everything. So then you get people like Captain America and Superman as one character. You get people as Wolverine and Batman as one character. You get Robin and Superboy,
as
one
Deathstroke.
character.
Oh, that does sound pretty badass.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it would make a great animated movie if we can get the companies to work together.
Oh yeah, that would be a big money maker, and not just money maker, but it'd be popular because that was a huge story.
Well, it was like, you should get the people who made Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and the people who made the Justice League animated series, get them together and make a crossover. Like, how epic of a movie would that be?
That'd be good. I mean, wow. Yeah, I didn't even thought about that one. That was years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was like
90s.
Yeah, 90s. So
You need to make a petition for that. That sounds pretty dope.
New Facebook page.
Orlando Stewart asks, what 90s show do you think should get a Blu-ray or DVD release that hasn't already?
That's already.
Is that like an open question to anybody?
Anybody?
Oh God, there's so many. I would say Power Rangers, but I mean technically they got a DVD release. So the Mystic Knights, Masked Rider.
Masked Rider? Oh yeah, that was a good series.
Yeah.
Didn't they have a crossover with Power Rangers at one point?
That's when they got started. That's the very first episode, technically.
Yeah. White Ranger versus that's like one of my favorite Mighty Morphin episodes.
Yeah, the 3-parter. Yeah, that was great. That was a great episode. Superhuman Samurai, Cyber Squad. That's a good one.
Does Kenan and Kel have a Blu-ray release?
Not that I know of.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I would love to see that. Kenan and Kel is one of my all-time favorites.
Oh, that was. I used to want a Keenan and Kel Drake and Josh crossover when I was a kid. I was like always waiting. When are they gonna make their crossover?
What about you, man?
Wait, hold on. I was not listening to the question.
What 90s show do you think should get a Blu-ray or DVD release?
Okay. Remy, you go first.
Oh, Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills. Let's do it.
Hell no.
Come on, that's like the greatest 90s show of all time. It's cheesier than Power Rangers.
Exactly. That's why it shouldn't. Because it was all American made, and
For those of you who don't know, Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills is a Power Rangers ripoff where these Beverly Hills teenagers get tattoos, which morph them into people with spandex, and they fight monsters in another realm. And their mentor is a brain in a jar.
I mean, I saw the first episode. You could tell it was just a complete rip-off from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Dad is the big leader that gives them powers. He picked 5 teenagers. They all grow like Ultraman.
Hey,
Yeah,
they're the Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills.
I like to see them face off against the Power Rangers.
Who has the most cheesiness?
Oh yeah, no, but like they look like wrestlers in the Power Rangers. They just look like people in morph suits with helmets.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
It's so ridiculously
Very
cheesy.
easy.
Like, so cheesy, but it's so good, because it's so cheesy. Like, it's even cheesier than Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, if you can believe that.
Ugh. I still watch it, though.
Aiden, which 90s show do you think should get a Blu-ray or DVD release?
Is the 90s Spider-Man on Blu-ray?
No.
Okay, well that. I'll have the 90s Spider-Man.
That's one show that
okay.
hasn't been released on DVD yet that that's another one I'd like.
It is a pretty good show.
What Robert Thomas Whitehouse Jr. asks, what do you feel is the most underrated video game ever made? Geek List, go away. Or I mean Geek List.
Underrated video game?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Probably. Sheesh. I'm trying to think. Man, I've played so many. Like I'm trying to think of like general reaction from the public to that like the games that I'm like going through my mind right now.
I got one. Tenkaichi.
Someone go before me. Someone go before me. I need to think about
Tenkaichi
this.
3. Nobody in the online Dragon Ball community respects Budokai Tenkaichi 3 enough. Everyone's like, oh, let's go play Budokai. Oh, let's go play Xenoverse. But what about Budokai Tenkaichi 3? You get to play as every character in Dragon Ball. Almost every character. I'm still waiting for my Bulma DLC for that one.
Man, I'm trying to think. I agree with you on that. I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to I didn't want to answer with a Dragon Ball related game.
Hey, you're a Dragon Ball YouTuber. That's what people know.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't want to be, trying to think of. I don't know. Maybe you guys might remember, but there was an old Tony Hawk game that I used to play on my PS2.
Oh,
and I used to love it so much, but like when I would go to school,
Pro Skater 2.
None of my friends were playing with it, so.
Was it Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2?
That might be it. Was it like a free mode where you can just go in and like do whatever the hell you wanted to?
Yeah, you can skate around the world or whatever.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that game. Because I remember I would go to my school, no one would play it, and then I would just remember like reading, like this is like recently once I got more into the internet and stuff and social media. Like when people talk about all-time favorite games, I never see that in there. To me, that like I could play that game every single day, bro. I'm not even lying. Like I could just come home from school, play it every single day, and be entertained every day.
That was the first game I ever got for PS2. No joke.
Ah, okay.
Well, I mean, for me, it's the Michael Jackson Experience for Xbox 360, 3DS, and PS3. I think it was.
Yep.
Yeah, and like I think that one is a great game. But let's see, other underrated games would probably be any Power Rangers movie or any Power Ranger game that came out, like Super Legends or the NES games, or let's see.
Hey Dan, your buddy Cody just reviewed Super Legends.
Don't even go there about Cody. I keep up on I'm not gonna say anything about him on the air.
I thought you were totally gonna say that Michael Jackson arcade game where he's fighting all those dudes.
Actually, that is a good one. That's one that I want to see that come out on, like if they do like a platform version of it, or they can do like an updated version.
Yeah, remake it for the Xbox.
Yep, Xbox or 3DS or something whatever current at the time, and
it's definitely one of the coolest Michael Jackson things to come out of. Like something. I love stuff when you get like celebrity endorsed like video games like that, like something you would never expect Michael Jackson, an action video game.
It was. Yeah, there was the arcade version and the Sega version, and I think the Sega version was probably the better of the two.
Yeah.
And then that's a good one.
Me and my dad are still disappointed they don't have that Spider-Man Michael Jackson movie.
Oh yeah.
That would have made a great addition. Aiden, what is an underrated video game?
Star Wars Republic Commander for Xbox, the original Xbox.
Republic Commander? I don't think I've heard of that.
It's an awesome game where we have 3 bounty hunters on your team, and you go around and just start killing everything in sight.
Oh, nice.
And it's like,
that does sound badass.
And like I don't think I heard anybody ever talk about it.
Yeah, I was more of what was that other one that they had? The other Star Wars game, Battlefront 2 was my shit. No lie.
Ugh.
I never owned a Star Wars game, but I did play Battlefront 2 at a friend's house before.
Yeah, Battlefront 2 is like the best first-person shooter I've ever played, and I'll put it against Call of Duty, Battlefront, anything. Battlefield.
Don't you just put on Star Wars Bounty Hunter, because that was an awesome game. You play as Jango Fett, and you start killing everybody. That is another free roam game.
Oh, yeah.
There's been a lot of good Star Wars games that nobody ever talks about.
Mike Smith ask another Dragon Ball question right here, and I want to see what everyone's opinion on here is: GT or Super, which is the better sequel? And he asked this when I said I put on Facebook, get some questions for Geek List. He's gonna be on the podcast tonight. This guy really asked GT or Super, which is the better sequel to Dragon Ball Z. So Geek List, you should go first on this.
I would have said GT up until the Universe 6 or the Champa Saga.
Yep.
But now, after the Champa Saga, the now Future Trunks Saga, I would probably say Super beats it.
Yep.
GT, people shit on it too much. There's a lot of epic moments. SSJ4, Goku, the Spirit Bomb at the end. I always love that scene when Vegeta kind of tells Bulma and them to leave the planet, that they lost this fight.
Yeah.
And that for like, I'm gonna stay here, I'll hold them off. Like, to me, that felt like a genuine, like, it just felt genuine to me to see that, like, coming from Vegeta, like, to admit defeat like that. And I just thought that was a very cool way to end that, and Omega to be the last villain. But you can't top what Super's done in his last 6 episodes, man. These last couple of episodes rival even the best episodes in Z, in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed. Have you seen the Beerus Omega Shenron fusion?
What?
The Beerus Omega Shenron fusion. Have you not seen it?
I've not seen it. Do you have the picture with you?
Yeah, I'm about to put it in the group chat.
I like GT. I like that.
Yeah.
So I'd have to say GT. I mean, that was the last one I remember watching. Yeah. And I watched like the actual Japanese anime of it.
Yeah.
So when they used to have that international channel.
Yeah.
That's it. I'd say GT. I haven't seen the other ones yet, but
Aiden, GT or Super, which is the better sequel?
Well, there is an argument because there are a couple of good things from GT, and then there are a couple bad things from Super. But you see, like how you put it up when you said that the last few episodes of Super have been pretty good with Goku Black and the future Chunks coming back and stuff. But then you also got to think of the Universe World Tournament Saga thing. That, to my opinion, wasn't good at all. Only because when they advertised, hey, look at all these guys from all these universes. They're coming, and they're going to fight the Z Fighters, and it's going to be an awesome fight. But then you realize they're all weak. Except for Hit, maybe. But, that, in my opinion, that was not good. And then, for GT, a couple good things were the only saga that I liked was the Super Android 17 saga, and then one part when they're fighting Omega Shenron when Goku swallows the Dragon Ball. But if I had to pick out of GT or Super, it would be Super.
I'm going to go with GT as the better sequel. Because I feel like it completes everything that was set up in Z. Like, it 100% feels more like a sequel than Super. And not to say that Super isn't good and Super is awful. I'm not saying Super is awful. I'm just saying, as a sequel, GT is a better sequel. And I just put up that crossover picture.
The problem with Super, bro, is that they redid those first 2 movies, and I mean, the animation was bad. It was the scheduling messed it up. It started off bad, bro. Like, Super just started off bad, and then like how Eden mentioned in the Universe 6 saga, there was only a few cool moments in there, with the Kaioken and Hit. Everything else was just very kind of like a letdown. I mean, I think Vegeta was kind of cool. Vegeta got to get some time to shine. Yeah, he took on.
I don't know. Just
what is that?
GT just, to me, feels like it sums up even that ending in GT. The ending in GT is so memorable. I don't think Super will ever be able to top off the ending in GT. I feel like
the ending is badass. A lot of people forget about that. It has one of the best endings. I think it is the best ending ever. I think it's better than the Z ending.
It's better than Z's ending. It's better than Dragon Ball's ending. I feel like it's the best ending we've ever gotten out of a Dragon Ball series. And
yeah,
I feel it just. I think Super's main problem is that it's the time period it's in. I feel like it should have taken place. If you were gonna make Super, you should have taken place right where GT was taking place, right after the last episode of Z, because now you're gonna have all this stuff happening, and you're gonna get to a point where it's like, well, we can't go past this point. We in the timeline, this shit's already happened, which is gonna make us non-canon. I guarantee by the
Eden
end.
and Rem, do you guys remember that line that Bulma tells Goku? I haven't seen you guys for 5 years.
Yeah.
It's like there's like this minuscule little time period that all this could be taking place in, and I find that very hard to believe that all this happened. You know?
Yeah.
It's like it's weird.
And then even at the end of Z, you're just like, there's no way Goku is like a Super Saiyan god at the end of Z. There's no way. If you rewatch Z to the end, it's just it doesn't fit to me, you know? At least where GT, you could say it happens after the fact, that you don't have to cover all this stuff before, because it happens after, you know?
Okay, I just have something to say. About the fusion, what is wrong with his eyes? Like, they're just, like, really messed up, and then it has, like, a double mouth. I don't... And then it has, like, 4 ears. Okay, that's a weird...
This looks like Baby fused with Beerus fused with Omega. That's what I'm seeing. I mean, do y'all guys see that? It looks like Baby's mixed in there.
I see Frieza's tail.
Listen,
yeah, this is weird, man.
This was sent in by a fan of the show.
I mean, it's good work. I mean, but it's like I
don't think that would ever work. Because first off, if that would ever work, the whole universe, like every universe, would be dead by now.
Oh, if they fused?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm calling it right now. Omega Shenron and Beerus are gonna have to fuse to defeat Goku Black. I'm calling it.
Oh wait, I'm calling it.
Did you guys read the manga leak?
Oh yes, let's talk about the manga leak. Yes.
Sure. I never heard of this manga leak.
Oh, Aiden, I'll have to say it to you later. They just got the new chapter of the Dragon Ball Super manga just leaked. Geek List, you just did a video. Tell the fans all about it.
Well, the manga chapter 16 leaked, and it has some pretty big twists in there. Obviously, one of the biggest twists is, Eden, if you haven't heard of this yet, you're going to like this a lot.
Okay.
Black supposedly, in Future Trunks' timeline, Black supposedly went to every single universe and killed all of the Kaioshin, or Supreme Kais, and killed all of the God of Destruction. So, Black, we're dealing with one of the most epic / villains of all time. This dude went and cleaned house in every universe, and Universe 7 just happens to be the last universe he's in right now.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
This dude
Oh my god.
This dude went and killed everybody. We're talking about a total of like 24 gods, bro. He killed everybody. This guy is epic right now. This dude is more of a threat than what I believe Majin Buu was. He's up there with Omega as far as like destroying universes, you know? This dude is awesome.
Who do you think Black is? Like, honestly, who do you think?
He has to be. I think he has to be a Kai, man. A Kai, because Kai's are the only one who have that move where they can just zip in and out of anywhere. You know that they like Supreme Kai showed it, and Kibito has it too, where they can just go from universe to universe. So if this guy was like universe hopping, taking out all the Supreme Kais and all the God of Destruction, I think he has to be a Kai. You know, to have that move or that technique.
Up until now, I really wanted him to be the God of Destruction of the future timeline. Like, when he died, I really wanted him to get asked, okay, Goku, you've saved the world enough times. You need to be the God of Destruction, and, you know, or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really wanted him to be the God of Destruction. Now I'm not quite sure what the heck he is. Like, it feels like all my theories are going down the hill.
It's me, Gravity Falls.
Like...
I mean, what did you overall think of the manga, though? Did you enjoy it?
It's good. I mean, you know, it looks good. It stays true to the original art, so, you know.
It answered a lot of the questions people had. It's right now. I really think the manga should have came out months ahead of the anime. It should let the manga get ahead a little bit before they did the anime, because the anime doesn't explain a lot of stuff as much as the manga does. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I just sent you guys. All right, you need to check that out.
Oh gosh,
but yeah, I agree with you. It does do a better job of explaining. Like, I love the flashback that they did for Trunks versus Dabra. It shits on the. I don't know if we can cuss in here. I'm sorry. It stomps on the.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it stomps on the flashback that we got in Super. You know, that little tiny flashback.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. That is like amazing. Goku Black wiped out the gods.
He wiped out gods, bro, in every universe.
He stomped.
Just
on
imagine. I think it. What if he fights? What's his face? Beerus.
Oh, I'd love to see that. That's something I'd love to see in Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, Beerus needs to go back with them into the future and take on Black.
All right, so our last topic, our last question comes from Harry Crosland, who asks, "Which game are you most excited about this fall?"
Xenoverse 2.
You stole mine. I was gonna say that.
Hey, you could have saw it coming. He does Dragon Ball Z videos, Rary.
I'm fanboying, man. I'm biased, so alright.
Have you pre-ordered
Just kidding,
it
I'm not
yet?
biased, guys.
Have you pre-ordered it?
Wow,
yet?
you just ruined like all the fans. They're probably like, yes, he's getting Xenoverse 2, and he's gonna be reviewing it, and he's gonna be talking about it. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm not getting it. Damn it! All the things that we wanted you to do.
What game are you looking forward to, man?
It'd probably have to be Pokemon Sun and Moon. I mean, because that's like just the biggest thing going on, right? Because right now you got Pokemon Go, you got Pokemon's just kind of like hit its high point again, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like yeah, probably Pokemon Go. You know, not Sun and Moon. I'm like, what am I thinking? So Sun and Moon, and that's probably it. I mean, I haven't really been keeping up with video games that much, but that's about it.
Games. I really don't know. I haven't been really focusing on all the games that have been coming out, but man, that's a hard one. So, I guess I'll agree with you. Not agree with you, or I don't know. Xenoverse 2.
Wait, did you say you're not getting Xenoverse 2?
No, I said that, I'll probably get it. I was just fucking around. I'll probably get it. I'll probably have to get it.
The two games I'm looking forward to the most, other than Xenoverse 2, since he stole my idea, Pokemon Sun and Moon comes out in November. I'm going to be hitting that up. I'll probably beat to the first gym and then quit the game again like I did X and Y. But that's besides. We got Watch Dogs 2 also coming out. I might get that. We got Call of Duty Infinite Warfare that I'm not getting. But
That's gonna suck.
Getting that. I'm totally
That's gonna suck.
Listen,
Did you guys see that 80s suite? Man, I'm totally gonna get that shit.
see, I'm very particular when it comes to Call of Duty games. I got Black Ops 3. I absolutely love it. Modern Warfare 3 is my favorite one. So I'm worried that it's not going to live up to Modern Warfare 3, much like the last Warfare game that came out.
Well, Remy.
Yes.
I'm just going to say a brief little opinion about this. So, Infinite Warfare.
Yes.
The reason why it's going to be technically not a Call of Duty is because it won't have anything to do with shooters. It's going to be basically taking what Destiny is and just making it with better graphics. Because the first mission, you start off in space and you're using spacecrafts and you start shooting down other players. Like, that is not Call of Duty. That is just another sci-fi game. The Call of Duty is basically supposed to be war games. They're supposed to be just regular humans fighting each other with guns. Not, hey, look, I'm an alien, now I'm a robot, now we're fighting each other. In space, whoa. That's not a Call of Duty.
Hashtag Call of Duty is dead.
Yes. Yes.
It's basically a Star Wars game. Or it's basically Battlefront with better graphics.
Don't you dare compare that to Battlefront.
I'm talking about the newest one.
Okay. You can compare that now.
So, there's one game that was supposed to come out this fall, but then they got pushed back. It's called South Park: The Fractured Butthole.
Fractured Butthole?
Yeah. And I was looking forward to it until they pushed it back, so.
was so funny. My bad. All right.
But I guess that's the end of our show.
And don't forget the comments in the comments below.
Don't forget to leave a question with the question in front of the question that you're leaving.
Listen,
Don't forget to put a question of the question that you have down below.
listen, last week he was going off about how the Rugrats are dead, so listen.
Hashtag the Rugrats are dead.
We were talking about the Rugrats revival, and all he had to say were the Rugrats are dead. The whole time. The whole
You know about the
podcast.
Rugrats conspiracy?
The Rugrats conspiracy?
Yes.
Never heard of that. What is that?
Okay, so it's basically saying that all the babies, like Tommy, Chucky, Phil, Lil, Kimmy, Susie, they're all dead.
Oh, okay, I know. I've heard that before. I know what you're talking about now. Oh man, that's funny.
He's like,
The Rugrats are all dead.
he's like, none of this can happen because they're all dead. I'm like, yep, that's the end of our podcast.
Oh man. Well, this has been interesting, man. This was a fun time. Hope we'll be back again soon.
Geekless,
hopefully.
tell all my fans where they could find you at, social media wise.
You can come interact with me on Twitter at Geekless TV. Again, at Geekless TV. I'm on there 24/7. I have no life, so come talk to me.
And you can subscribe to his YouTube channel if you want, maybe.
It's at Geekless TV again, so just type in Geekless TV in the YouTube search and you'll find me.
Not to be confused with Geekdom 101.
That's my friend. Shout out to Danny.
Okay. You can find me under. You can find me at Mr. Moonwalker94 on Facebook.
Yep.
And I think it's Mr. Moonwalker on Instagram. Mr. Moonwalker94 on Twitter.
Yep.
And then I got Mr. Moonwalker94 on YouTube.
Nice.
And we just started a new show too.
Yeah, you're the creator of that awesome Power Rangers fan show web series.
Yeah, Jetman. Yeah, the Jetman fan series. Yeah, that was. Yeah, it's on hiatus right now, but we're hoping to finish up season 2. So.
That's how I found you initially. That's how
Yeah.
me and Dan became friends. To all the viewers listening, is I was a huge fan. Like, I am a hardcore, diehard fan of his Jetman web series. Like, if you guys have not checked it out, make sure you like it on Facebook, and there's some of the episodes on there. But it is like one of the best fan series ever made, dedicated to Power Rangers. I mean, like, I'm saying this as a fan. Like, it is the best one ever. It's the only one that captures the tone of Power Rangers while still being its own thing, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we tried to make it for like an older audience and stuff like that, because we thought, okay, the older fans, they need something,
Yeah.
And since we were in college, it took place out of college, and just.
I mean, just everything about it was so good. The behind the scenes and the credits. I mean, everything.
We had so much fun on set. It was like it got nuts. We couldn't even pay attention half the time. It's like a bunch of kids with ADHD kind of.
Yeah.
I'm like the only one. I'm like the only one trying to keep everybody in order.
Yeah. But it's definitely one of the best. I mean, all the story arcs you guys had. I'm still a huge fan. Even talking to you now as a fan is crazy, you know.
Yeah, and we're still discussing some ideas that we have for later in season. Like it's gotten pretty dark into it,
Yeah.
But it gets worse. It gets much worse. That's all I can say.
All right, make sure you guys check out Dan on all the social media. Aiden, where can my fans find you at?
You guys can find me on YouTube at The Reviewing Kingdom. I do a bunch of review stuff. I review candy, review food. I review whatever I want. And if you guys want to comment below and tell me some stuff, I won't read your comments, but I will think about it.
Can I request a review from you?
Sure.
Okay, you need to review Outrageous Ass with lead actress Mika Lee. So it came out in 1994, so go check that out and review it.
What is it called?
Outrageous Asses.
Okay.
Is that a porno?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope it is.
Oh my god. And Aiden, you do
Yeah.
review Dragon Ball sometimes, so you could have added that too.
Oh yeah, I also review. Okay, when I looked up outrageous asses, it brought me to Pornhub, and now I'm curious. Okay. The thumbnail is a white guy eating out a big black girl.
And
Hey, man, you gotta keep it PG, man. No vulgarity on YouTube.
Hey, and I'm your host, Remington Keyes. You can find me at all the social media links under Remington Keyes or RemDogg105 or the RemDogg. TheRemDogg, not to be confused with Snoop Dogg. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, bye-bye, everybody!
Do. His name is John Cena.
Wait, but now I'm curious. How did you know about this?